The savory tier showing here was so strong. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the yummy of afternoon tea, Markham edition. We recently had afternoon tea for 2 guests at Essence of Unionville, which is the restaurant inside the Hilton Hotel in Markham, Ontario, Canada. Beginning as we do with the good. The savories here were good. Better than good. They were in fact great. The savory plates come out after your tea on their own, with the scones and sweets following later. A robot delivered our savory plates to our table. I haven't had a robot server at afternoon tea before. Unique touch. Here, you get to choose 4 sandwiches from 6 options. Man, I loved this aspect. This is especially good for non-seafood eaters like myself, so I was able to choose all the non-seafood options without having to ask for substitutions. My tea guest chose the 2 seafood options, which were a salmon croissant and a crab roll, and she loved them both a lot. The other 4 savories which I chose were the egg and truffle, a strip loin with curried mayo, a brie on cranberry loaf, and coronation chicken. These savories were all good. The brie on cranberry bread was stellar. I loved the large slice of cheese and the sweet notes of the cranberry bread, which had been slightly toasted. It was on point. The truffle egg salad was really tasty too. The bread on this one was quite dry for both of us, but the egg salad was nicely mixed and a good ratio of bread to egg. The truffle flavor was certainly present without being overwhelming. I enjoyed this one too. The beef sandwich was good. I liked the little balsamic vinegar balls sitting on top, a very unique flavor pop. The coronation chicken salad was my least favorite. Although I could taste the apricot listed in the menu, there was too much raw onion flavor for my liking. The onions were tiny, so that was good, but the flavor was still overpowering for me. On the whole, the ability to choose one's savories from a list and the flavor combinations being served were excellent. We were both delighted by the savories here. 5 out of 5 on this tier, for sure. The tea being served here is the Sloan brand of tea, which you've now seen at so many Ontario tea rooms. Frankly, I'm tired of seeing it. We both chose Earl Grey, and I am glad I chose this one instead of the Heavenly Cream today. Continuing on with the good, we loved the tableware. The delicate design on the teacups, teapots, and tiered plate was gorgeous. We were seated by the window, so it was nice looking out and seeing the greenery from the hotel garden. Our service was also excellent. Shout out to Barbara. She provided us a nicely paced and enjoyable tea service. Thank you, Barbara. The bad and the ugly. Nothing here was bad nor ugly. There was nothing wrong with the sweets, but since I don't want to put them under the yummy section, I will tell you about them here. Each guest received 4 sweets, a pistachio cannoli, a raspberry cannelé, strawberry panna cotta, and a chocolate cake. I enjoyed the strawberry pearls on top of the panna cotta as they provided a neat, juicy pop in the mouth. Panna cotta is not my favorite texture, so this tasted only okay for me. My tea guest enjoyed hers more. The chocolate cake was a bit of a disappointment. It looked better than it tasted. The bottom layer of the cake was quite dry, and the middle layers didn't really taste like much. I think a rich ganache would have improved this sweet, and not having a dry cake bottom, of course. The raspberry canal or cannelé wasn't great for either of us. It was kind of dry. My tea guest's cannelé had a very dark bottom, almost burnt bottom, which would have been the top while baking. This just isn't the texture or flavor I'm expecting when eating this dessert. This is my 3rd cannelé I think I've been served at afternoon tea, and while I always appreciate the effort that goes into making these, they always miss the mark for me. Maybe it's me and not them? Question mark? And finally, the pistachio cannoli was a nice crisp bite to this sweet offering. The cream inside was a nice consistency without being too sweet. We both enjoyed this item, but we both agreed it was borderline over-fried. Not burned, but teetering on that flavor, you know? Anyway, these sweets were all diverse and we appreciated that, but they did not match the level of quality of the savory tier. The yummy, although it wasn't the best scone of my life, I did enjoy the scone and would call it yummy. Each guest was served 1 scone and the flavor was cherry, although it wasn't a strong flavor. It was served with shared bowls of strawberry jelly and sweetened cream cheese. I also asked for butter, seeing the lack of clotted cream. It was a buttery scone. It was fresh and tasted pretty yummy. The strawberry jelly was an odd texture, but I didn't dislike it. Of course, I was disappointed that proper clotted cream wasn't served here. It really should be, and I felt like maybe they'll see this video and add it to the offer going forward. Pretty please! We all deserve proper clotted cream at afternoon tea such as this. It would make a real difference. I did ask our server if we hypothetically wanted another scone, if it would be permitted, and I believe the answer was yes, we could have had a second scone each. So a yummy scone with room for improvement on the accompaniments. Essence of Unionville serves this tea experience on weekends from 11 until 4 p.m., and you can book it on their website via OpenTable. The price is a bit surprising at $48 per person. I say surprising because hotel teas in larger cities are usually quite a bit more expensive than this, so this is a very reasonable price. I would say they could be charging slightly more and serving proper clotted cream, providing a second scone without having to ask, maybe even up to $55 given this location and this hotel venue. So get yourself here before they see this video and raise their price. Overall, my Queen of Afternoon Tea rating for this experience is 4 out of 5 stars. I was both pleased and surprised by this showing. You probably haven't been to Essence of Unionville, but would you go? Share your impressions in the comments below, and as always, please like, subscribe, and follow my channels to help them grow. Thanks for joining us for tea today, tea friends.